One of the most popular running shoes, and I mean ever, is Brooks's Ghost series, but I've never ran in it. I find it to be too firm, which is why the shoe we're about to talk about now is worthy of talking about. This is the Brooks Ghost Max. This is Brooks's entry into the Max Cushion, Max Stack world, and a job well done for that too. In this video, we're gonna break it down. I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about the shoe and why it might be the shoe you need to consider. Okay, 3 facts that we need to know about this shoe. The price, £140. That's not bad for a daily trainer in today's time, especially when you consider other daily trainers that perform like this shoe being 160, 170 pounds. Second thing, the weight, 307 grams. Admittedly, this is on the heavier side, but what do you expect from a midsole that's going to give you this amount of cushioning? The next thing, the stack height. 39 at the back, 33 at the front, being a 6 mil drop. Now that part is key. 33 mil at the 4 foot of cushioning for a daily trainer, that's going to be worth talking about. I'll touch on that in a little bit. Hey, my name is Aubrey. I'm a very average runner, simply trying to be less average by the day, as at the time of filming this, you've given me 8,120 subscribers from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. It's sincerely appreciated. So let's start with the FOD section. This is a section of my review where I tell you how I've tested the shoe. That way, when I start giving you my opinions, you know exactly how I've gotten them. So 30K done in this shoe, a 14K long run, progressive run, that one hurt. But you know what? I did a rep session at the gym. Oof, I think it was about 9K, and that one whooped my butt. I'm telling you now, that one was harsh. I enjoyed it, but it was harsh. And then I did an easy zone 2 run, but let's get back to the shoe. Okay, so let's start reviewing the shoe. Normal language, everyday language, talk about the Brooks Ghost Max in detail from the top, working our way down. Let's start with the heel. I appreciate what they've done to this heel. Now, the reason why the heel, what they've done here is essential. This is a Max Stack shoe. Max Stack shoes are highlighted for 2 things, a lack of stability and their weight. So let's start with the stability bit. You counteract that by bringing in structure. You see this counter here, that part there is heavily structured. You can't push that. The second thing is the side walls of that midsole come up a bit more to give you that stability and giving your heel a lockdown. That is supplemented by that plushy heel. Look at that. You can get to see that there is intentional plushiness in that padding. That heel is absolutely one of the best that I've had. Let's move on. The tongue. Come on, Brooks. Come on, Brooks. Brooks. I need you to understand this. Actually, let's go to this camera. When you make tongues, please make them gusseted. In other words, attach them from the inside, because that's going to give that additional lockdown. That's going to give the runner the same feel every time. So the tongue's not gusseted. I'm going to ask that when we do a version 2 Brooks, email me, reach out to me. I'll tell you about the gussetedness. Let's go. Lacing. I can't complain. This is exactly how laces should be. They've put holes. Look, they've put holes. They've got eyelets. And the holes are then made stronger with some rubber parts. You can see that. You can see that. You see that? And then you can see it's reinforced. Bang. That's a good lacing system. I can't complain. Give you an additional eyelet for your runner's knot. The laces themselves are a good texture. You tie those bad boys down, they're not going anywhere. Brooks, I'm not going to fault you there. Okay, the upper. I got to show you something. One of my favorite shoes that I've reviewed this year is this shoe here. This is a Hoka Cielo Road. This bad boy is breathable. In fact, it's actually a net. It's a mesh that you can actually see all the way through. That's how breathable it is. Let's go back in this one. Whilst this is breathable, you can see the perforations all over the shoe, and it makes for a very breathable experience. The shoe I've just showed you, the Hoka, I struggled in the winter when it was -2. I actually canceled my run because I got a little too cold. Whilst this offers you breathability, you can see that is going to protect you. And that's what you want. The question therefore comes, in the summertime, will it run too hot? I don't know. I'll definitely tell you when I run in it and give you my opinion. But for now, it's breathable, but also has a way of protecting you from that winter running, which I really love. Now look, Brooks, I like your Ghost shoes because they serve the runner. You go to a park run, most people have got Ghost 15s, Ghost 14s. It's a very popular shoe. Quite openly, you won't catch me in it. I find it to be too firm. And this is why this hits the spot. They've used the material. It's a premium material called DNA Loft V2. I don't care for fancy terms. All you need to know is I've done my long run. I've done a speed run. I've done a treadmill run, and that feels great. Disclaimer though, disclaimer. And I have to be honest because that's what I'm known for. When I think Max Cushion, Cloudsurfer 7, Invincible 3, I start thinking of the Prime-X Strung. I don't quite think this is that plush. This is that level of cushioning. And that is a good thing. Come with me to this one. Let me explain why I think that. You see, some of those shoes I've just mentioned have been highlighted for being unstable, having heel lock issues. The Invincible 3 has been cited for that. This gives you that plush cushion, but I wouldn't say it's overly so that it steals your return of energy. For me personally, I love my Invincible 3 for exactly that point. That cushioning is what I'm going for. Whilst this gives you that cushioning, I want you to focus here. This rocker that they've intentionally put in actually helps you with your toe off. I haven't seen quite an intentionally aggressive rocker like this in a Max Stack shoe. And that's one thing that caught my eye. So you're going to get cushioning, but it's not overly cushioned that it goes towards the New Balance More V4s, the Invincible 3s, that kind of shoe. But it is cushioned and it will give you a return of energy. And that's one thing that I think is really good, that it straddles that mark between a daily trainer and a Max Stack shoe. It's just that sweet spot. You know that spot. That one there. Yeah, that one. The one thing that is special about this midsole is the low drop. You see, if you start at 39 and you end up at 33, for a Max Cushion shoe, 33 mils at the forefoot, that's special. And you get to experience that. That is probably the strength of this shoe. Now, usually I don't do this, but I'm gonna give you all right, R&B fans will get that if you don't really listen to R&B. Let's move on. Right, I don't normally talk about insoles in my reviews, but this is worth talking about. You see, the inside of this insole, when you look at it here, just focus on here, it actually comes up onto the inside of your foot. Their spec sheets have described this shoe as giving you stability without interfering with the fact that it's a neutral shoe. And there are very subtle touches in how they do that. I've highlighted one, at the heel, that structure there. I've highlighted the sidewalls coming up. The insole also plays a part. You feel that it's actually holding you, and it's a nice experience. But anyway, let's move on. Outsole, right, bang. Nothing else to say. I've ran in the rain. I've ran on a treadmill, and the treadmill goes super sweaty, and it's gripped. There's nothing I can complain there. The other thing is coverage of this midsole. Look, man, I've got nothing to complain. Brooks, bro, Brooks. Bang. To avoid looking like I'm just being nicey because you've sent me the shoes, let me give you a few things that I think you need to focus on when we do the version 2 of the Max. Let's start with the tongue. Gusset that bad boy. Attach this tongue. The second thing is, everyone's gonna pick up at the weight that the fact that this is 307 grams in a UK 9.5. Everyone is kicking a fuss about how heavy running shoes are. I don't really care because I'm not trying to beat world records in this shoe. Therefore, I don't really mind. But try to consider other ways we can make this bad boy lighter. Don't ask me, I don't know. Hey, so look, If you found that useful, informative, entertaining, best use of your time, I don't know, please consider subscribing to the channel. It will be great to have you. In 2024, it's about to explode. Running shoe reviews, race vlogs, running advice. I don't know, everything's gonna be happening on this channel. It would be good to have you. So thank you to all those that have subscribed already. A massive thank you to the guys at Brooks for thinking of me and sending me the Ghost Max. It's sincerely appreciated. And everyone, guys, I have to get back into the house. I'll see you on the next one.